Testing. There we go. Oh shoot, did that trade go through? Should have been watching it. Oh, we are in a trade. Did come back down. If it hits 100, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, we did just hit 100. Let's move our stop loss down to here. I want my take profit to be down here. There we go. I'm just gonna let this one breathe a little. Come on, turn red. Keep moving my stop loss down. That might be too short, but I don't want to take away losses, so I'm alright if it just like gets me out of the trade, but um, we're up 120, 135. Alright, stopped out. Beautiful. So that was in for like 135 ish. Um, I was trading earlier for I think maybe like 2 hours or so, and I lost like $200. So nice trade. And look, it started to reverse. So I'm glad I moved my stop loss down, secure my profits. That trade, I felt like I took my time with. I'll try to explain my strategy. So I've been using the strategy called ABCD, and that strategy is where did I get that from? It's from one of my books. It's How to Day Trade for a Living by Andrew. Like I said in my other video, he mostly talks about how to trade for stocks. But I've been using some of his strategies into futures trading, and it's the ABCD, and I think it's a little different from Forex ABCD or something like that. I'm not really sure, but the way he explains it in that book is the way I've been using it for futures, and it's been beneficial for me. I do like that trade. I can kind of explain what I went through now or my thought process. Let's go ahead. Oh, I guess we'll keep that. So I'm gonna go back to the 15-minute candle or the 15-minute time frame, and I just kind of look for a pattern for I see like a strong downtrend, which I saw here, and I've put the highest point of that trend to the lowest point. And I'm using Fibonacci extension about, I was trying to implement strategies without practicing. I was using volume profile, and that's one of those strategies that kind of screwed me over. It kind of worked a little bit, but I wasn't proficient in it, and I could see myself being proficient in it, but I wasn't using it the right way, and it just went downhill. So, um, but yeah, that's pretty much everything as far as the trading goes. Sorry if this video is a little choppy. This is one of my first live videos, so thanks for watching it. But that was a nice little trade that we got. I think it was like 135. So probably only be on this live for maybe another hour or so. But let's see what other trades we got. Delete those. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh, you guys couldn't hear me. Cool, cool, cool. You might have to turn your volume up, but it's all right. Let me see if I could adjust it so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Using OBS for the first time. I wonder if this works better. Let's see here. There's a little lag. Trying to see if that works. All right, that works better. All right, here we go. And I'll try to make a separate video explaining my strategies. That way it's a little more clear cut. I'll take some screenshots and go from there. So. Let's see here. So it looks like we're retesting VWAP. And as you can see, we broke that 38%. So we're heading to the territory where I'm usually not touching it. But it's crazy that we're breaking that 38%. And where I say usually I don't touch is also above VWAP as well, which is kind of crazy, right? Because like it's meant to be. But I'm just gonna see how this plays out. If this breaks VWAP, I'll wait for a retest and then start planning my buying strategies, or only one strategy, but start reorienting my brain to be like, okay, we're in a bull market, let's go ahead and start buying. But we'll just wait to see how it goes. Oh, another thing I forgot to bring up. I only buy like one contract. I do know why I don't buy more, which is why I use the 25K account for the Apex, just because I'm only going to use like one or two contracts anyways. For some reason, when I buy like when I was practicing trading or doing my paper trading, I was buying like 4 contracts and getting crushed. But for some reason, when I buy one contract, hit that $100 mark or whatever with that one contract and get out, usually that just it's better for me mentally. I feel better. Don't feel too stressed with just buying one contract. Eventually, I would like to buy more contracts, but as of right now, just buying one contract sits more comfortably in my head as far as trading psychology goes. So, you guys will only see me buy one or two contracts. throughout this whole video until I feel more comfortable using more leverage. Oh, another thing is you guys can see I have three windows. So this top window is where I kind of just look for my ABCD patterns. This bottom left window I usually keep for volume profile just to kind of see if what prices we are going to possibly reach. Now, I know I said earlier that I don't use volume profile to trade. Um, I still like to have a glimpse of it just to see, like, okay, so where's the volume going at certain prices? So you can see right here, this is called point of control, this orange line here. And point of control right now is at 110. And usually volume or usually your price likes to go towards the point of control. So I think we still might be in a seller's market, but like I said, I don't use volume profile. I take it with a grain of salt. My strategy is strictly A, B, C, D, and that's what I use. But just kind of get in my head like, oh, I could see the price coming down a little bit. And then on this bottom right screen, I have what do you call it? What kind of candles are these? These are called Heiken Ashi candles. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The reason why I use that candle is just to kind of see um, where the market is going. So Heiken Ashi candles, from my understanding, is kind of more like cleaner set of candles, and it kind of shows like the momentum of where the price is going. So for instance, we're in an upward trend right now, which is showing these blue candles. But if we were in a downward trend and then we're trading below VWAP, that's when I know for sure, like, okay, I'm definitely secure to start selling. Or if we're in an upward trend and we're above VWAP, then I'm like, okay, we're secured. Let's go ahead and start buying. But right now we're in an upward trend, but we're still below VWAP. So I'm just going to sit and wait. All right. Not really doing much here. My candle's pretty blue. Let's see what ES is doing. Oh, all right. So ES is nice right now, right? ES just broke VWAP. This is a 5-minute candle. What is 15 looking like? All right, 15 is looking like this, but we still haven't broke. If we can break this price here, 94, 494, then I'll be more comfortable with buying. But until we break that, then no, I'm not really too comfortable with buying. So I'm gonna hold off on ES until I see it and go from there. Funny story. Well, not really funny. I have bad luck with gold. I do have gold on here. Mostly it's just NQ and ES for me. Or I'm sorry, not gold, oil. I have bad luck with oil. For some reason, it always does the opposite of what I do. Even if I'm using my strategy to the T, it just flips. I'm like, are you serious? So I usually don't trade oil, but I like to keep it on here just because I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like someday I'm gonna get it right. But yeah. Like if you could see like oh my gosh, look at this huge downtrend from here all the way down to here. Like you would have made bank if you would have got in on that. Like jeez. But yeah, it's alright. All right, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about, right? Like we're in an upward trend, but we're still below VWAP. not really having much strength above VWAP right now. So we have, this is a 15-minute candle, 3 minutes until we close, and yeah, just kind of see where it goes from there. I made some freshly squeezed lemonade today. Ah, oh, so good, so good, so good. Snack of choice is popcorn right now. Hmm. Mm-hmm. This popcorn's good. I should probably put my headphones back. So I believe right now we're only down. I want to say, I think we're only down like $50 now. I was down earlier, so earlier today I made some trades this morning. When I say early today, this morning I made 2 trades. Um, First trade I lost $60. Um, and it was so dumb. So I'm using my pattern, but it was in a buying market at the time. We're in more of a buying market, and I saw it go down to 78%. I was like, maybe this is a good time to buy, but I didn't pull the trigger, and then it shoots up to 100% for my through my Fibonacci extension. So I was like, dang it, I should have bought it at that 78%, and that would have been in great profit right there. So then the next trade, I was like, okay, it might do it again. It didn't do it again. I bought it, lost $60. So I was like, okay, let me just pause, breathe, and let me figure out, how to do this. And so then earlier on or later on, enter a similar trade, and the candle just went the complete opposite, and I lost, $140 on that one. And I was just like, you know what? We're done. We're done for today. Let me just go ahead and back out. 200 within like an hour or so. Yeah, it was time to give it a break. So I stepped back, and like I said in my previous videos, I'm only making 4 trades per session. Luckily for futures reopens at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock ish. So this is a new session. I made 1 trade today. Technically for futures, 1 trade today, and we did pretty good. So pretty happy. Listen, I'm gonna take whatever I get. If I make $50, I'm gonna take my wins. If I make, $900, I'm gonna take my win. So whatever wins I get, because those losses weigh heavy on your head. So you got to be your own cheerleader. Look, looks like we're trying to break VWAP. I'm gonna move over to, excuse me, I'm gonna move over to the 5 minute candle. Let's see. Yeah, we're just playing right at VWAP. So this could go either way. So in this case, so let's pull out our extension. In this case, we wouldn't want to have our A or our starting point here, right? Even though you know we're still in that kind of ABCD-ish area. The reason why we want to start right here is because we have, excuse me, we have different points where it turns, right? So you have a downtrend, 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 and then the uptrends. And this is a pretty strong uptrend, in my opinion, where this would have been your entry. This would have been A. This would have been B. Actually, no, because this candle wick breaks that, right? So I wouldn't have bought that, right? Because it breaks that lowest point. This would have been the lowest point, but we're still coming down low, right? So this would be our lowest point, but we had this uptrend. So it's not really a strong downtrend in my opinion. It gets interrupted in the middle of its downtrend. This little candle is okay, right? Like we're still trending down. This little candle, no, not that little candle, but this little candle's all right. We're still, it had like some type of buying power, but then it was still coming down. That's fine. But when you start to see like candles like this, 3 candles where it really turns the direction of the trades, then no, I'm not gonna get in because that's not what I want. So that's another rule about the ABCD. Once you're coming down, or once you see a break in your trend, it's over. Don't try to force it, right? So in this case, our next one possibly be a buy because we have a new high right here. And we are above VWAP. We're trading. We have 3 strong candles down here. So, like I said, I will want to see pull back down to the 50. However, this 50% is below VWAP. So that pushes us back into our seller's market. So honestly, I probably wouldn't make a trade here. I'll wait to see it bounce back off of VWAP, make new points or new swing. Is it a swing low, swing high? I'm not really sure what terminology to use, but I'll wait for it to retest VWAP and then reevaluate my entry. So as of right now, I'm just gonna sit and wait, even though it's pushing up. It is pushing up, so I'm just gonna sit and wait and see where it goes. Okay, so see right here for NQ, you could kind of tell that, you know, we still have that AB, you know, C, right here, but then it comes down, but breaks that downtrend, so that makes that ABCD null and void. We're making a whole new different trade. We're in a whole new different trend. We're actually reversing, but let's say that candle wasn't even here, right? Let's say this was a blue candle. We're just kind of making newer highs. We're past this 23%. We're getting close to the 0%. That ABCD becomes null and void. So just gonna keep an eye on it, just like ES, right, to retest VWAP again, and then see if we could jump in a buy, or see if it comes back down. wonder if this light will help. I didn't even realize how dark it was. I've just been using the computer. Ooh, that's bright. Let's see how that looks. Mm. There we go. That was too much light. Just kind of playing a waiting game right now. I have 4 rules that I follow, and I wrote them down. Where did I set my other rule? Should know them by heart, but I wrote them down so I don't have to memorize it much. Here they go. All right. So my 4 rules. No. Oops, I'm sorry. This one has 5 rules. Know if we're above or below VWAP. So are we in a bull market or are we in bear market? Follow ABCD only. No chasing trades. And make sure C isn't greater than A. And it looks like C is trying to push A. And then my other video, I had some other rules, my 4 rules. Or 3 rules. I believe it was 3 rules, but taking breathers. Don't force anything. Follow my one strategy and know why, when, and how to get in and out of a trade. Why am I getting in a trade? When to get in a trade? And when I should get out of that trade. And don't implement strategies that I don't know anything about. So I've only been using ABCD. I could explain why I'm getting in this trade. I'm below VWAP. The trend is in my favor. I retested, see it in the past A, and my price target is X or whatever I want to set it. So doing okay right now as far as trading psychology goes. I think in the morning it just kind of put a lot of stress on my mental. So that's why I'm trading at night right now, just to kind of give me a breather as well. Market moves a little bit slower, which I need. So I'm okay with a couple dollars of profit. Looks like we're getting a little more volume. We're at 300. We're at 300 million in volume, or around 200 million out of 300 million. So it looks like volume is coming in a little bit. More people are jumping in. We're still on a 15-minute candle. Let's move over to the 5. All right, Butamus. All right, so 5, you could kind of see a little more variation. So let's see here. So this would have been perfect, right? If this was above VWAP, this would have been a perfect. This would have been a perfect ABCD pattern, right? If we're below VWAP in a bear market or a bull market, this would have been A, this would have been B, and this would have been C. And you could buy any point in between B and C, right? So you could have bought here, right at that 78%. And usually I like to set my price target either 1% or I'm sorry, I like to set a 1% or more above, what I bought it at. So for instance, this one is at 78%. I usually go at 88% or 100. Most likely I usually try to go at 100. And then if I see it start to lose momentum, then I just flatten the trade, or just move my stop loss to make sure that it's profit. Um, but this would have been great. You could have got in around that 78% and rolled it all the way up to 100% and got there. So as right now, we're in that 123%. So usually when it gets up to here, you start to see a little bit of pullback. Um, this candle right here looks like it's a reversal, so we might see a little pullback, but we're just being patient, you know. Um, with that being said, if it does pull back, I'm just going to move my extension here, widen this out a little bit. If it does move, then I'll try to, hopefully it can pull back at like 60%, which will be 37, or we're trading at 53, so I have to move roughly 20 points down. But hopefully it does come back down a little bit, and then I'll buy it around 60%, and then jump back in, or I'm sorry, buy it at 60%, and then set my price target to either like 80 or 100, and move my stop loss if it goes in that direction. My stop loss is usually uh, my stop loss is usually around like I want to say like 5-ish from what I bought. Sometimes I widen out my stop loss just to give myself a little breathing room if I feel like the trade is going to go, but um, it's usually around like 5 less. That's another thing they talk about, and Andrew talks about in his book. Your stop loss should always be tight, because if the trade is going to go in the direction that you are planning it to go, the stop loss is really shouldn't touch your stop loss. So if it touches your stop loss, that means that trade wasn't for you. I agree and disagree with that, because there's some instances where I was paper trading and my stop loss was too tight, but it did go to where I wanted to go, so I had to widen my stop loss. But there are some instances where I widened my stop loss and it kept going down and down and down and down. So take it how you want, but you know, me personally, I like to have my stop loss tight. So we're definitely in a buyer's market. Let's see what ES is looking like. Mm. I would love for it just to kind of retest view up. Give me a little something, something. Just gotta be patient, right? That's the name of the game. Be patient. Be patient. I know I keep referencing this book a lot, but in How to Day Trade for a Living, Andrew also talks about um, letting the trades come to you. You are a hunter, um, and you want your trades to come to you, not you going after those trades, right? So basically saying that you want to be patient, and you want to make sure it's the right trade for you that's coming to or that's coming to you. You don't want to have to be chasing after every deer that you see. No, there's that one deer that's just gonna come towards you, and that's your opportunity to go in. So I've never hunted before. I don't know if hunters actually use that, but that's the um, example that he uses in his book, and I actually like it. So you could kind of see a reversal happening right now. Let's see if it's a strong one. Let's look at NQ just to make sure this is what we're going to look at. NQ might be coming down, but mm, let's set an alarm because for ES, I don't want to get at 60%. I actually want to jump in at 70% and have my stop loss. Or I want to jump in around here, like 65-ish percent. Um, I have my stop loss at 60. For NQ, it's a little different. I definitely want to get in at 60%. Come on down, baby. Mm, we just made a new candle. Interesting. I had a feeling I was going to do that. So, me and my last evaluation account, I would have tried jumping into this trade and seeing if it was going to go. Um, Bad idea. There's no strategy to it. There's no reason for me to jump into this. You know, it would have been a bad trade. There's a part of me that's thinking, jump in right now. I'm just like, oh, I gotta jump in, but no, I'm gonna be patient. I can't explain it, so I can't jump in the trade. Wow, that lemonade was really good. Might have to set up a lemonade stand if this don't work out. just run into, for the love of goodness. So we are in this buyer's market. Let's see what a 1 minute candle looks like. Maybe we have a little more. Yeah. So I usually like to stay on the 1 or the 5 minute. Kind of helps out with anxiety. But goodness. We could kind of see here. This would have been a good entry here for that ABCD pattern. See if I could enlarge it. Sorry, see right here. Boom, boom. A, B. This point would be C. You buy at any point here. And would you look at that? 38%. I should have been on the 1 minute candle. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's moving. I'm gonna go back to the 5 before I start having regrets. Alright. 10 more seconds and we make a new candle. I guarantee you this one just explodes up. Let's see what ES is doing. Are we moving the same? So ES and EQ is actually moving the same. Interesting. Alright, so I see this red candle. Let's see if let's look at the 1 minute. I'm gonna bring another extension tool in here. Might get a little, just a little confusing, but just want to see. Let's see what we're doing here. You know what, I'm just gonna delete that. Oh, there we go. 38 will actually be a nice one. Just because 38% right here actually was acting as a point of resistance for a good chunk of change. Another strategy I want to implement is what ICT Trader, or I believe that's his name. Fair value gaps. I'm trying to kind of understand that that concept. Technically, from what I know, this is a fair value gap here. Let me see if I can highlight it. I'm just gonna do blue. Technically, this is considered a fair value gap, so theoretically the price should hit this area again, which is crazy. It's at 38%. So I guess your entry would be up here or something, and then I don't know. Like I said, I'm still trying to learn one strategy at a time. may try just jumping in at 78%. I don't know. We'll see. It's really liking this 78%. It's really liking this price of 160. Mm-hmm. Yep, there it goes. A little pop. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna go back to the 5 minute candle. That's why I don't like the 1 minute candle. It just moves too much. Moves way too much. Don't really see a retest. Dang, it's moving. Goodness. You're watching and say like, dang, bro, there's so many entries that you could get in. I can't explain it. I can't explain the trade, so I can't jump in, even though I really want to. I just want to jump in and be like, all right, let me just ride the wave, you know? Like, it's going up, might as well just ride the wave. I remember there was one time when I was paper trading and I actually did that, and I think I made like $600 off of that just riding a wave and selling when I saw weakness, and riding a wave and selling when I saw weakness. It's kind of like scalping, and yeah. But I don't know. I'm not gonna do it here. Maybe I will do it. I don't know. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. If anything, I'll ride trade on that 1 minute chart. Jeez, we're pushing. We are pushing. ES. What is ES doing? Yeah, ES made it. This just might be a $100 day. One trade. I only have like 28 minutes left. And then I'm gonna go to bed. But I might stay on just a little bit longer just to see where. But I'm starting to feel a little sleepy. I'll see what gold is doing. Maybe this will be the day for gold. Let's add VWAP to this. Like, I'm itching for a trade. Come on now. One day. Great. Oh, we're trading below VWAP. touch a goal. You see that? It's just so irrational, so erratic. All right, let's see what this woman account because it looks like we're losing some momentum. Ay, ay, ay. That's 5. In queue. Let's see if it's cleaner. Not really. Nice. Touch that 123. No, probably will be coming back down a little bit. We could actually even move. This is all a long uptrend. It took an hour to get up here. Oh, let's see what 15-minute look like. I haven't looked at that one in a while. Yeah, we just broke above VWAP. Oh. Will we touch 78% again? Or is this where the buyers are getting tired out? Well, it looks like we are going to touch 78% again. Come on down. Come on down, baby. Break that 78. If I break 78, then I'm going to enter my trade at 60-ish percent. Just got 20 more minutes left. I'm getting so sleepy. Just staring at it. That's why I do like the morning. It just moves. But that's why I don't like the morning because it moves. Like I feel like you could get in and out of your trade so fast in the morning, but it's a double-edged sword because you could lose a lot of money so fast too. You know, doesn't really give you time to think about your trades. So for me personally, I think trading at night might be more beneficial. Just come on down, baby. Come on down. That's a strong candle down. Let's look what the 1 minute looks like. We could move this. Let's move this down here. Mm. 40. New candle. Will this be a selling candle or a buying candle? Let's find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. A buying candle. A selling candle. A buying candle. Alright. I might do an entry at 78%. It's really holding at this 88%. But I don't know how much strength we'll have. No, I definitely need to see a stronger reversal. I'm a hold. Mm-hmm. Alright. Sell, sell, sell. I feel like we might be coming back down to VWAP. What's VWAP at? 39. What's our point of control at? Point of control is actually way down here. Trying so hard to stay up. Might just end it. We'll see. this doesn't go my way by like in the next 7 minutes, I'm just gonna end it like 10 minutes early. Well, I mean, I guess if it's like 17 more minutes. I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out. All right, last minute. Last minute. I'm feeling this might be our A B. What's the lowest point? C. So this might be. It's really tight. It's really tight, but I could see it happening. No. I guarantee you at 45, this is going to shoot up, though. Oh, coming down. Gotcha. Yep. Yippee roo. Let's move over to the 1 minute candle, see what we got going on here. Do 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 do. Yeah, no. Come on down, 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 come on down. Just take the bait. I should have called my channel Trade Hunter. I think that's a pretty dope name. scared. Don't be scared now. Don't be scared. Drop down and get your league alone, girl. Alright, hit 50 new candle. Kind of traded sideways now. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll trade it sideways. Alright. I'm getting sleepy. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it quits here. Oh, what are you doing? I guarantee you once I stop this live, then it's gonna just shoot right up. But I'm not even gonna worry about it. One trade today. I'll try again in the morning. Ooh, we are finally moving. All right, I'm gonna hold off another 10 minutes just to see if it pushes that way. I'm actually gonna try to put a trade in right now, just to see if we could get to that. I'm gonna put a buy at 61. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do that. Stock limit at 59. That's fine. 76. Yeah, it's trading sideways. I'm not even gonna waste it. Don't even worry about it. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Appreciate you guys watching. My name is Troy. Catch you guys next time.